next season. So you think next season they can challenge for that?
I think that will be the aim. I mean, he only has an 18-month contract at the moment. So I think that probably points to the fact that they give him this season to try and turn this into a positive season. And then the pressure, I think, on the next season will be to get the club in the Champions League, yeah.
Conte and Son, I mean, what's your view on Son's new role at Conte's Spurs? I mean, do you think this will be a chance for Son or crisis for him?
No, I think it'll be great for Son. I think Conte will love Son. I mean, all managers love Son. Let's face it. He's an absolute manager's dream. Every manager who works with Son always talks about he is the dream player to manage. But particularly for Conte, he will be a dream player to manage because Conte values hard work. He values humble characters. He values guys who put everything into football, not to their outside lives. He doesn't like players who are sort of celebrities. And I know Son is a celebrity in South Korea, but he doesn't act like a celebrity in England. He doesn't go to film premieres. He doesn't go to nightclubs. He doesn't do all these things. His sole focus is football. He lives for football. Conte will love that. And he will love how he plays. He will harness how he plays for the team. And I think the two of them will be great for each other. I mean, it's hard to say that Conte will turn Son into a better player because Son has been so good now for so long. It's hard to see how he improves, to be quite honest with you. But I certainly don't see it as a bad. I think it'll only be a good thing for him. And I actually think Son, the last year or so, even though Kane scored all those goals and assists last season, I actually think Son's been Tottenham's most important player for the last 18 months. And I think that will probably continue under Conte.
All right. One concern from the South Korean fans at the moment that there is a story about Spurs is trying to buy Blahobich. And then perhaps if Spurs get Blahobich or other forwards, I'm a striker, then maybe Conte will use Son as a wingback, which I don't think like that.
No,
How do you think about that?
I don't see Son playing as a wing back. I could see Bergwijn playing as a wing back. I probably can't see Moura playing as a wing back, but I think Moura would play as a wing back before Son would play as a wing back. I can't imagine Son will play as a wing back. No, he will play as one of the Conte either likes to play a 3-4-2-1 with two forwards behind the main striker, or he likes to play a 3-4-3. And I think Son will always be either one of the two behind the main striker or one of the three. And if another striker comes in, he'll either come in to play in one of the other forward positions, or he will be to dovetail more with Kane, because it has been a problem with Kane. Kane's fitness is an issue. He can't carry on playing every single game. He's not been properly fit for ages now. So they've got to address that. And look at the Europa Conference League. They don't have another striker to play. You know, they can play Son up front, but otherwise it's Dane Scarlett, who I think is still 17. He might have turned 18 by now. And that's a ridiculous situation for a club the size of Tottenham. So Vlahovic, I think, would be to come and work in tandem with Son and Kane. And they need to have a bit of rotation there. If they're going to play in Europe and play in big competitions and challenge for trophies, they've got to have some rotation. It might mean that Son doesn't play every single match, but that would probably be good for Son, to be quite honest with you. You know, when Son comes back from Korea and he has these massive journeys that he has to make after these really grueling international weeks for him, he always has to play straight away. And I'm sure Conte and the club would like it where occasionally they could just rest him or rest Kane. But I don't see that as being a problem for Son.
Lastly, about Conte and Spurs, do you know any potential signing in January which is developing at the moment for Spurs?
Well, I don't know. Well, Vlahovic is the one that's getting talked about a lot, and I know that they went for Vlahovic in the summer even before they had Conte. You know, Paratici likes Vlahovic, Steve Hitchen likes Vlahovic. They were trying in the summer, so that makes total sense that they will try again in January, particularly now that Vlahovic, I think, has turned down another contract offer from Fiorentina. I definitely think he will try to sign a centre-back. I don't know which one. And I would imagine he'll be after a central midfielder at some point as well, because he looks like he likes Oliver Skip. But I would be surprised if he didn't want to strengthen that position up a little bit. So over time, and I don't know whether they'll do them all in January, but I would expect the main signings to start with to be a centre-back, a central midfielder, and Vlahovic or another forward.